So let's talk about the category difference next. With ad fraud, the significance to business is not equal to all companies. Of course, first we have to consider how much you're spending on online advertisement. If advertiser A is spending 10,000 and an advertiser B is spending 10 million, there is obviously an important difference here. But if we just talk proportionally speaking, there is an even more important difference. Depending on the category of the product that the advertiser is focused on, for example, let's say life insurance. Life insurance is a classic so-called high involvement product category where it's quite hard to get people to switch once they've made the decision, and the decision would take a very long time and so forth. Advertisement would play a very small role in people making a decision in that type of product category. So the significance of ad fraud to the bottom line for an advertiser operating in a category such as life insurance in comparison to, say, low-cost shampoo product, hair care product. So on the lower price point, a hair care product on the lower price point. Now we're talking about a very traditional or a classic example of a low involvement product. A product where advertising means a whole lot. Especially if it's a new product that doesn't have strong brand yet. The saying is that you stop advertising on Monday, you stop sales by Friday. You don't sell your product anymore. So sales are very heavily dependent on advertising. And let's imagine now further a case where that online advertising is a significant proportion of all advertising. Now that means that when that online advertising activity becomes 10% less effective, 20% less effective, 5% less effective because of ad fraud, that might translate to sales close to as is. So if you have a case where you have a new product coming to the market, really just focused on online advertising in a super low involvement product category, like as an example, low price point hair care, then what you will end up with is you will end up with ad fraud actually playing proportionally speaking similar effect to your bottom line as the actual rate of exposure to online advertising spend. So if you have an exposure rate of 10%, well, maybe not your bottom line, but at the very least to your revenue. And then the revenue may translate in different ways to your bottom line. So it's very important to understand that for some advertisers, some categories, fast-moving consumer goods, for example, ad fraud is much bigger problem, proportionally speaking, than it is for someone in the life insurance category. That's just one example of the categories, but generally the rule of thumb here is really how much in your attribution models would advertising attribute towards sales out of the whole mix. Depending on the kind of brand you are, how much priority ad fraud gets among all the things that you see that are threatening your media budgets, then that definitely does and should play a role there.